And welcome to the first Pub Politics of 2012. Wes and Phil, Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
And happy belated birthday to Phil Bailey.
Thank you, thank you.
Are you going to give an age?
No.
Okay. Well, that allows the people at home to just guess then. All right, this is a big week. Iowa caucuses are in the books. New Hampshire is next, and then South Carolina. Some big news with Romney and Santorum battling for the Iowa caucus lead. Romney wins by a slim margin. Michelle Bachmann earlier today dropping out of the race. So kind of a lot of upheaval. New Hampshire is next week, but let's first look ahead to South Carolina after New Hampshire. Right now, who is the favorite? Let's handicap this race. How do you think, with Bachmann out now, South Carolina will shake out on the 21st?
Well, I mean, I think Mitt Romney is still the leader here in South Carolina. I think most conservatives here and around the country are still looking for another alternative. He's never got past that ceiling of his. I'll be honest with you. I was with Romney last time. It was like trying to sell ribeyes to a vegetarian. Yeah. Pretty difficult. I think he still has a large gap that he's got to bridge if he wants to win here in South Carolina.
So even with the other so-called candidates who are maybe more conservative, like Rick Perry, who says he's back again and he's coming back to South Carolina, Rick Santorum, you still think Romney would win here? Is it part of because of what he's doing in Iowa or New Hampshire?
Yeah, he's laying a great foundation. He's spending a lot of money. Listen, I think Santorum, the shine's going to be taken off of him in the next 3 weeks, just like everybody else. I think there really is a lot of room for Rick Perry to grow here. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's still wide open.
Now, the rules are a little different this year, which could lend to a longer primary fight on the Republican side. Phil, for Democrats who are watching this as they wait for an opponent for President Obama, I'm guessing Democrats want this to play out as long as possible. These guys just keep taking shots at each other. Maybe into August or September you want this to play out.
Absolutely. I mean, you got Mitt Romney, the front runner right now, getting bloodied up. But what Iowa showed last night was there's really a three-way split in the Republican Party right now, with Mitt Romney and the moderate and business side of it. You've got the libertarian side with Ron Paul, and you got the socialist conservative side with Rick Santorum. So you've got a real split in the Republican Party. The Democrats we're unified behind President Obama.
If Romney wins in South Carolina, that would, and because we're assuming he'll probably win in New Hampshire because he has a big, we can't assume anything, but if he wins in New Hampshire, if he wins South Carolina, in the past, that's almost like a knockout blow. Now, the rules are a little different this year. Would that be it, or would they keep going on to Florida and beyond? I mean, if he wins Florida and goes 4 for 4, I mean, is that the end of the race?
Typically, South Carolina picks presidents. But listen, I think Ron Paul is going to go to the convention. He has nothing to lose. He's got money. He's got a lot of that libertarian support that might necessarily not come out for most Republican primaries or caucuses. I think this thing's going to go to a convention. I really do.
You also, how they're allocating the delegates this year. Some states are winner-take-all. Some states are allotted by congressional district. So there is potential to have a floor fight in Tampa next.
Democrats also wouldn't mind if someone like Ron Paul was a third-party candidate if he decided to run, because that would make your job a little easier.
It would. I mean, it'd be the potential another Ross Perot repeating.
Yeah, it would be bigger than a Ross Perot. I mean, I think if Ron Paul ran as a third-party candidate, game over. Obama is reelected.
All right. Well, South Carolina is on January 21st, so we still have some time. We'll talk about New Hampshire next week on Pub Politics. That's going to be a busy week here in South Carolina because 3 days before that primary, Governor Haley gives her State of the State address. She's been in office now about a year as governor. Wes, what does she need to say, or what do you think she'll say, and maybe they're two different things, in the State of the State address on the 18th?
I think she needs to lay out a vision and some plans that can actually get done. I mean, her problem has been a communication problem, like I've said over and over again. She needs to lay out some specific agenda items that we can actually accomplish before the elections in November.
What do you expect to hear from the governor?
I expect to hear a whole lot of empty rhetoric that we've been hearing for the past year. But what I think she needs to say is this is an opportunity for her to really clean house with her administration, start anew. She's had an awful year. Our state is suffering from it, and I think it's an opportunity for her to say, we're starting over, we're starting from scratch. We're going to be, our goal now is to improve the quality of life for the people of South Carolina. She's not going to say that, but that's what she should be saying.
I do agree on one thing. If she were to say that I'm firing my chief of staff, she'd get a pretty loud standing ovation on that one.
Do you anticipate any staff changes? I know you've been very critical in the past.
Probably not. She's loyal to a fault. She's a person who has given her campaign staffers jobs in government because she is that loyal. Loyalty sometimes is a great trait. In this position or in this circumstance, it's just not.
All right, a very special Pub Politics, I understand, the pub version
Yeah,
this
we've
week.
got John Huntsman running for president. His daughters are coming to town. John Huntsman's daughters.
All three of them.
All
right?
three of them.
Okay.
They're going to be on the show Thursday at Pearls at 6 o'clock. It should be a big show.
That will be a great show. So check it out in person. That's at Pearls in Columbia. Thursday night, special day at 6 o'clock. It's also pubpoliticslive.com.
It is.
Happy birthday, Phil.
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year, guys. We'll see you again next week. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming. All right, back to you.